Hello, dear senior. Have you ever noticed a cough that lingers, quiet, persistent, like a guest that refuses to leave? At first, you tell yourself it's just a little cold, maybe the weather or the air. You sip your tea. You wait. A week passes. Then another, but the cough stays. It doesn't hurt, not really. It just doesn't go away, and life keeps moving. So you ignore it because there are groceries to carry, grandchildren to smile for, shows to watch. But what if that little cough is trying to tell you something? What if your body is whispering a message you've been too kind or too busy to hear? Today, we're going to talk about something that many older adults wish they paid attention to sooner, because ignoring a lingering cough is more common than you might think, and for some, it leads to consequences that could have been prevented. So, let's take a quiet moment together. Let's listen to what our bodies might be trying to say. This is not about fear. This is about care, about giving ourselves the same attention we so freely give to others. Number 1. What causes a persistent cough in older adults? Now, let's get into it gently, like dipping our toes into warm tea. If you've been coughing for more than 3 weeks, and it's not because you choked on a peanut while laughing at your own joke, then your body might be waving a tiny flag, and it's not saying, hello, it's saying, pay attention. First, let's be fair. Cough happen. Dust in the air, a bit of dry throat, or even too much pepper on your soup. But when a cough decides to move in like a stubborn relative sleeping on your lungs and refusing to leave, it's time to ask why. For older adults, there are several usual suspects. There's postnasal drip, that sneaky little river flowing from your nose to your throat without an invitation. Then there's acid reflux, also known as the Bernie burps, when your stomach decides to send up a fiery reminder of last night's dinner. And let's not forget medications. Yes, the very pills that are meant to help us sometimes leave us coughing like we've swallowed a bug, especially those blood pressure meds ACE. Inhibitors, they're famous for that dry, hacking cough. But there's a more serious side too. Chronic bronchitis, COPD, even lung cancer. These can all start with something as simple as a lingering cough. And no, this isn't to scare you. It's to remind you, your body is wiser than you think. It always sends signals, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in coughs. So before you reach for another lozenge or blame the weather, take a moment. Your cough might be asking for kindness, not cough syrup. Let's not let it be ignored. Number 2, why so many seniors ignore it? Let's be honest. Dear friends, we've all done it. You cough once or twice. Then the next week, you're still coughing, but you say, it's just age, or the weather, or that leftover some ball from 2 nights ago. You tell yourself it'll go away, and it might. But what if it doesn't? Why do so many older adults brush it off? Well, maybe it's because we've grown up in a time when complaining was frowned upon. Your toe could be falling off, and someone would say, just soak it in hot water, you'll be fine. We were raised tough. We walked through storms. We worked through aches. We sneezed, coughed, and kept going like warriors with a grocery list. But sometimes, that same toughness becomes our blind spot. We don't want to be a bother. We don't want to waste the doctor's time. We say, there are people sicker than me. And besides, who likes hospitals? The lights are too bright, the chair's too cold, and the magazines are always from 2009. So, we wait. And we wait until the cough becomes part of the furniture. But here's the thing. Silence isn't strength. Listening to your body doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. It's not about being dramatic. It's about being attentive. Because catching something early, be it an infection, inflammation, or something more serious, can make a world of difference. And if it turns out to be nothing, that's the best news of all. So next time that tickle in your throat overstays its welcome, don't let pride or politeness hold you back. Call your doctor. Ask the question. Take the step. Remember, you're not being a burden. You're being responsible, and you're loved. If this video brought a smile to your face or warmed your heart, don't forget to tap the like button. Number 3, what to do if you've had a cough for 3 weeks or more. All right, dear seniors, so the cough has stayed longer than a chatty neighbor at your gate. 3 weeks or more, it's time to stop waiting for it to pack its bags and leave on its own. But here's the good news. You don't have to panic, you just need a plan. First, make an appointment with your doctor. And no, don't say, oh, they're too busy for something like this. That's what they're there for. You've paid your dues. You've waited enough cues in life. Now it's your turn to be cared for. Tell them how long the cough has lasted. Is it dry? Wet? Does it get worse at night? After meals? While laughing too hard at old sitcoms? These clues help doctors narrow it down. They might suggest a chest x-ray or blood tests. Don't worry, it's not about jumping straight to the worst case scenario. It's about ruling things out and ruling peace of mind in. And if it turns out to be something like post-nasal drip, reflux, or medicine side effect, fantastic. You can manage that. But if it's something more serious, catching it early is everything. Think of it like catching a leak before it floods the whole house. Let's talk prevention too. Keep the air in your home clean, maybe add a humidifier. If the air is dry, drink plenty of warm fluids. Yes, that means your beloved ginger tea still counts. Avoid smoking, of course. And if you're around others who smoke, kindly walk away or give them the grandma glare. It works wonders. Stay active. Movement helps your lungs. Even a gentle walk or stretching by the window can keep things flowing inside. And most importantly, don't be embarrassed. A persistent cough is not a personal flaw. It's a signal, a whisper from your body asking for attention. Not shame. So if your cough is still hanging around, don't ignore it another day. Pick up the phone. Ask your doctor. Talk to your family. You deserve answers. You deserve health. You deserve peace of mind, because your story is still being written, and we want that next chapter to be strong, joyful, and full of breath, not interrupted by a cough. Dear friends, if there's one thing we hope you take from today, it's this. You matter. Your health matters. And that little cough, it deserves your attention. Sometimes we think growing older means learning to live with discomfort. But no, growing older means growing wiser. It means knowing when to rest, when to fight, and when to ask for help. So don't wait for things to get worse. If a cough lingers, treat it as a whisper from your body, one that says, please take me seriously. And hey, while you're at it, talk to your loved ones. Tell them what you've learned today, because the greatest gift we can give each other is care, wrapped in conversation. Now, before you go off to make your tea or take your afternoon walk, we have a small favor to ask. If you found this video helpful, please click like, subscribe so you won't miss more heartwarming health tips just like this. Leave a comment, maybe share your experience or ask a question. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to share this video with someone you care about. One simple share could help someone recognize a symptom they've been ignoring for far too long. From our hearts to yours, thank you for spending this time with us. Stay strong, stay kind to yourself, and keep breathing easy. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and keep smiling.